October 17th. The bus trip from near the Chinese border finally ended our first trek to Jiri, where we had to turn around. Lanny and I finally got back into downtown Kathmandu, checked out the Crystal and Paris hotels looking for Ken, but not finding him, we checked into the Paris hotel. No hot water, so we had a cold shower, the first shower in a long time. We then went to the Unity restaurant for supper. Chicken with gravy, potatoes and vegetables, peanut ice cream and custard pie. Oh, that was fantastic after weeks of freeze-dried food. Who should walk in but Ken? We were together again. October the 18th. After washing some clothes in our room, we went to buy plane tickets to Lukla, but we found out we'd have to wait until the 27th in order to fly there. We would have time to explore Kathmandu. After some lunch, we returned to our room, where Lanny chased a big cockroach with his ice axe and stabbed it until it was apparently dead. We watched a lizard eat flies up on our hotel room wall for a while, and then finally went to bed. October the 19th. The cockroach was gone in the morning. Was it not dead? And if it was dead, what came in our room and took it away during the night? On our walk, we came across someone who had a 1936 Dodge Roadster and a 1937 Packard touring car. Talk about things that felt out of place compared to the poverty all around us. We stopped by the American Express office opposite a tree of fruit bats and got 2 letters from home. Home felt very, very far away. October 22nd. We decided to rent bikes and pedal out to a giant Buddhist stupa east of town. Before long, my pedal broke, tossing me into the dust. I pushed my way back to the rental shop, explained to them what I thought of their bike, and went back to the hotel to lick my wounds and have a rest. October 23rd. When I got up in the morning, the injuries from my bicycle accident the day before made walking a chore at first, but I slowly got going. Lanny and I sat up on the sides of a temple and took photos with a telephoto lens. We walked the streets taking pictures and then had lunch at Ma's restaurant. We sat at a different temple in the afternoon. We noticed the number of tourists had increased. We were strangely starting to feel like locals. Darn tourists were driving up prices. October 24th. Ken had not been feeling well, and I slept until almost noon, when we finally went to the Tibetan Dragon restaurant for eats. We saw a girl who was a double for Lanny's girlfriend back home. Lanny wasn't the same for the rest of the day. We went over to the jeweler who we had been getting to know and started looking at gems. We would get to know him much better after the next trek. We had dinner at the Unity restaurant. Nepal had a terrible 7.8 earthquake in April of 2015. Many people were killed or injured, and thousands of buildings were destroyed. Some of the temples and other buildings in these pictures no longer exist. Thursday, October 25th. I put some stuff we weren't taking on our trek into a locker we had rented and went to see the jeweler. I looked at a variety of stones. The jeweler was a very interesting person. He served us tea and beer. He spoke of many things, including his religion and his thoughts on Westerners. We had lunch at the Tibetan Dragon restaurant, listened to the Rolling Stones, drank tea, and had beggars come to the mesh window asking for money. Lanny and I wrote in our diaries, and Ken had gone to Patan, a southern suburb of Kathmandu. Cows walked by. It was sunny and warm. It was New Year's Day for some. The year, 1098, evidently. Officially, it was 2030. For me, it was 1973. Did it really matter? We went out for a filling supper and got our packs ready for tomorrow's departure.